Alright boys, before we begin, please subscribe to this second channel of mine. I'm going to do a lot of cool stuff on this channel. YouTube drama, movies, TV shows. Get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. Please, this is a request from your boy SmackNPie. I have some really cool ideas for this channel. You will love it. Trust me on that one. Actually, this week I have quite some plans for that. So, just like this channel, we will have story explanation, theory, horror stuff on there. Man, so many good stuff coming on that channel. So please support us by subscribing to that channel. You, yes my friends, you can be part of that too. I will explain more of the details. You can be part of the videos. Your YouTube channel and Twitter will be given credit to and will be added in the description of the videos. So head over to the other channel, which is just Smack. I will put them in the cards up there and the first link in description. Subscribe right now. I will keep checking out. Let's get that channel to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get back to the video. Alright boys, I've heard you. We are here with Dark Deception video. Alright, today we are specifically focused on nurses, a couple of other here and there news, so without wasting any more time, let us begin. Before we get to the new stuff, let's do a quick recap of what's going on with the nurses overall for chapter 4. Of course, nurses are the first level of chapter 4 in Dark Deception. Their teaser, Big Nurse, which we'll come to in just a second, and of course the Reaper nurses. We had voice reveal, model reveal on Twitter as well, and from the game files we've learned that its location is hospital, and from the live streams of first and second episode we learned that it is confirmed area for their nurses level is hospital. I've already covered that in previous videos. Also, we've learned that the big nurse, fat nurse, the thick nurse or the thug nurse, we've stopped saying her that, thick thug nurse, this is just abusive at this point. Her name is Matron. Matron is the big nurse. She will be playing a big role in chapter 4's nurses level. She will have a big role. How big? Is she the boss fight? We don't know yet, but from the theories that I've made, she can't be the boss fight. We've also learned from the last videos and last live streams is that pills will be included. They will play some sort of role in this level. So many people are focused on JoJo gang level. I think we can have a masterpiece if we use pills correctly in the nurses level. And lastly, the nurses are fast. Their animation is clean. And we've also learned that they have multiple weapons, meaning multiple way of attacks. They will attack you using bare hands, which won't go quite well. That would be painful death. They might use syringe because Vincent Livings said that it was quite difficult to make nurses change weapons during the animations because they have normal walking animation, running animation, then running with the speed boost on their skates, roller skates that they're wearing. So we know the syringe will be included in the death animation, so that's going to be really interesting if pills are included as one of many weapons such as syringe and bare hands that she will use to attack us. Remember, Reaper nurses are going to be roaming around the hospital chasing us while we're getting those soul shards. Now, that was the recap. Let's get to the new stuff. In the third episode of live stream, question number 19, when somebody asked about chapter 4's soundtrack, Vincent Livings responded, and it is a really interesting question, that how much difference the chapter 4's soundtrack that are already uploaded on YouTube going to be different compared to the actual level that we are experiencing in the game. Let's say all the nurses soundtracks, how are they going to be different from the YouTube version compared to the actual game level version? Well, Vincent Livings confirmed that they're going to be a little bit different, not too much. There's not going to be gigantic difference, but there's going to be a little bit difference compared to the YouTube version because YouTube version is made for our satisfaction. They have the build up, the middle part, and the end. In the level, in the gameplay, there's no such thing as a build up or the ending. There's just loop, just one soundtrack going on completely, and of course it'll change as Reaper nurses starts to chase us. It'll change. There's a boss fight or we're moving from a different location from zone 1 to zone 2. Who knows, but OST is going to be a little bit different for better playing experience. Then at question number 22, somebody asked about the stun mechanic. You know, the primal fear that we've got in the clowns level. I hate clowns level, and I've learned from the live stream that Vincent Livings also hate Clowns himself. So now you know that we are good friends. We follow each other on Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter at SmackNPie. He hates clowns. I hate clowns as well. We are good friends. We are best friends forever. Anyway, stun mechanic, the primal fear that we've used to get rid of clowns, or at least a few clowns. And we've also used that to our advantage to get S rank from the other chapters and other levels. So when somebody asked if that will be still used for chapter 4 and 5, the response was quite interesting. Basically, he's saying that yes, stun mechanic will be used for chapter 4 and 5 enemies, Reaper Nurses, Joy Gang, Mama Bear and Trigger Teddy, mannequins. No one is immune to the powers that we have as Doug Hauser. However, he said that it'll be less OP. Now, what does that mean? Now, allow me to explain you what does that mean. You see, whenever we use powers in these situations, we say, eat that, I'm out of here. Or when we use primal fear, we say, get your abscess stunned. Or when we use teleportation and the enemies can't catch us, we say, what you gonna do about it? This time, it won't probably go that way. Because stun mechanic, yes, it'll stun the enemies, but not for long. Not in that way. It'll be more like, good God, that was freaking close. I got a couple of seconds. Need to strategize my next move or I'm dead. And we need to strategize my next move fast. That statement made no sense, but you get my point. So powers are going to be less OP. The powers are going to be used only for the necessity. The powers will be used when absolutely necessarily needed. And the level will be designed in a way that we will have to use powers, otherwise we won't be able to beat it. So there you go, boys. Powers are not gonna help us that much, but they're just going to help us survive. It is up to us how we strategize them, just like old watchers, but you get the point. Then at question number 30, somebody asked if Matron will have a voice reveal. Now, this is a different question from Matron having a voice altogether. It was confirmed back in the day that Matron will have a voice. She will say something, and it'll be voiced by Agatha's voice actress, which is a big deal. Vincent Livings said that she may have a voice reveal. They may do something like that. It is still in the air, but we might get it sometime later. And if we're gonna get that, it's more likely that we're gonna get it next month. Then at question number 39, we know that when we open Dark Deception, on the main menu we see this big nurse giant medic bag on our screens, which is interesting because previous model, it's definitely redefined, it is redesigned. And we always think like, okay, she's been replaced in the voice reveal. Reaper Nurse got the voice reveal on the Steam design poster wallpaper. She is replaced by Reaper Nurses. So what's gonna happen to this teaser and the main menu? Well, he said that they may or may not change that, but it is likely that they're going to change it. It might get updated with chapter 4. Once chapter 4 releases, of course, it might get updated and we will finally see Reaper Nurses on the main menu. I don't know about the teaser. I really hope they change the teaser. This gave me a really good idea for a video I might do in the near future, that instead of the Matron in the chapter 4 teaser, they may give us Reaper Nurses teaser for chapter 4. I mean, Matron is still part of the game with voice and big role to play, but frontliner will be Reaper Nurse. So this gives us the idea that Matron role is more of a secretive. She's more of a, well, matron-ish in this game, more like leadership role, looking over the entire facility, whatever institute we're in, hospital, authoritative role she's playing, which is interesting because if she's not the boss, good luck to us. A lot of people are still believing that Matron is the boss. She could be the boss. I'm not ruling out that possibility, but I believe there's someone else. It doesn't have to be nurses. It doesn't have to be surgeon. It doesn't have to be matrons, but a combination of them all, just like Doom Ducky. Maybe the boss is someone that represents a situation like this where people take advantage of emotionally vulnerable people and use it to their own benefit and gain, regardless of how much suffering, pain, and agony they're causing to the patients or emotionally vulnerable. But hey, that's just my opinion. Now at question number 30, this is unrelated to the nurses, but Vincent Living confirmed that there will be some YouTubers that are going to get Dark Deception Chapter 4 early. Now I may or may not be one of them, but you best believe that I will upload the gameplay regardless of if I get the game early or not. I will upload the gameplay on the release day, just like everyone else. I said this time and time again. If I haven't, let me say it now. I like to be part of the community. If I get the games early, which I've been fortunate enough to get in the past, sometimes even these days, I mean, if I get the game early, I will happily take it. I mean, who even reject offers like this? But like I said, it's not something I would spam the developers or get mad or upset if I don't get one. It's not something I actively pursue. It's just like I like to be a part of community. So yeah, Lovely Bunny, by the way, I see you. If you really think about this, your boy SmackNPie is the only one in these few weeks that is making videos on Dark Deception, like news update and theories and stuff like that. So come on, Vincent Livings, come on, Glowstick Entertainment, come on, SmackNPie, you know how we do out here, you know how we do. And lastly, this may be a bad way to end the video, but at 44 minutes, he was talking about how this whole COVID-19 affected the development and Glowstick Entertainment team as a whole. I just want to give you guys a warning, just so you know, boys, if chapter 4 gets delayed, please don't get upset, because it is a matter of health, safety, literally life and death. So be patient. I know it's been more than a year at this point. It feels like decades at least. It feels like 72 years since we had chapter 3. We are in unfortunate time and we are in unfortunate position. So if the game gets delayed, don't get upset. Try to be understandable and respectable for once. And at the end of the day, stay home and save lives. Now boys, I'll see you with Jolly Base Phase 2, Night 3, maybe 4, but I'll see you on the flip side.